For centuries, our ancestors have fought tooth and nail to make the modern world more comfortable and safe. Of course, they did a great job. I mean, look at the life expectancy of humans now and compare it to way back then. The thing is, too much comfort leads to weaker men. Weaker men lead to harder times, and harder times lead to stronger men. It's a never-ending cycle. However, if we employ the ways that our ancestors used to gain strength, we can stay strong even in the relatively comfortable times that we've been given. Here are the 5 ancient ways Sigma males used to become more masculine. Number 1. Be disciplined. Ancient humans used discipline to become more masculine by engaging in rigorous physical training, practicing self-control, and adhering to social and cultural norms that emphasized strength, courage, and leadership. Here are some examples of how discipline was used in ancient times to cultivate masculinity. In many ancient societies, physical strength and endurance were highly valued traits of masculinity. Men were expected to engage in regular physical training such as running, wrestling, weightlifting to build their strength, agility, and stamina. Another important aspect of discipline was self-control. Men were expected to control their emotions, thoughts, and actions and demonstrate a calm and steady demeanor in the face of adversity. This included learning control impulses, managing anger and aggression, and maintaining a clear and focused mind. Ancient societies also had specific norms and expectations for masculine behavior, which required men to demonstrate courage, leadership, and responsibility. This often meant putting the needs of the community above their own personal desires and demonstrating loyalty to the group. Discipline was an essential component of ancient masculinity. By cultivating physical strength, self-control, and adherence to social norms, men were able to become effective leaders, protectors, and providers for their communities. While the specifics of how discipline was practiced may have varied from culture to culture, the underlying principles of hard work, dedication, and self-improvement were consistent across many ancient societies. Number 2. Be useful. In ancient times, being useful was an important way for men to demonstrate their masculinity and contribute to the well-being of their communities. Men were expected to be productive, skilled, and hardworking in order to provide for themselves and their families and to contribute to the success and survival of their communities. Men in ancient societies were responsible for providing food, shelter, and protection for their families and communities. This often required developing skills in hunting, fishing, farming, and other trades that were essential for survival. Men were also expected to develop practical skills that could be used to benefit their communities, such as building and construction, medicine, or trade. This required a willingness to learn and a commitment to working hard to master their craft. Lastly, in many ancient societies, men were also expected to be capable defenders of their communities. This meant being skilled in combat and strategy and being willing to put themselves in harm's way to protect their families. Overall, being useful was an important way for men to demonstrate their masculinity and contribute to the success and survival of their communities. By providing for their families, developing practical skills, defending their communities, and contributing to social and cultural life, men were able to earn respect and status and to leave a positive legacy for future generations. Number 3. Be curious. While the idea of curiosity may not be immediately associated with ancient concepts of masculinity, it was nonetheless an important attribute that many men sought to cultivate. In ancient times, being curious allowed men to expand their knowledge and understanding of the world around them, and to develop new skills and abilities that could be used to benefit themselves and their communities. Here are some examples of how ancient humans used being curious to be more masculine. The first is living with nature. Many ancient cultures placed a strong emphasis on understanding and living in harmony with nature. Men who were curious about the natural world were able to learn from it and use that knowledge to improve their hunting and farming practices, as well as to develop new technologies and tools. Curiosity also drove men to seek out new knowledge and skills that could be used to benefit themselves and their communities. This included learning about other cultures, exploring new trade routes, and mastering new trades and crafts. Being curious was an important way for ancient men to develop their masculinity and expand their knowledge and understanding of the world. By learning from nature, seeking new knowledge, and developing new technologies, men were able to leave a lasting impact on their communities and make a meaningful contribution to the world around them. Number 4. Be strong. In ancient times, physical strength was an important attribute that men sought to cultivate as a means of demonstrating their masculinity and contributing to the well-being of their families. Many ancient societies placed a strong emphasis on hunting and combat skills, as these were essential for providing food, defending the community, and expanding territory. Men who were strong and skilled in combat and hunting were able to contribute to the survival and the success of their community. In many ancient societies, men were also expected to engage in manual labor such as farming, construction, and mining. Physical strength was necessary for all of these tasks, and men who were strong were able to work harder and contribute more. Sports and athletics were also an important way for men to demonstrate their strength and competitiveness. Ancient societies had various forms of sports and competitions, such as wrestling, running, and chariot racing, and men who excelled in these competitions were often admired and respected. Finally, physical strength was often seen as a prerequisite for demonstrating courage in the face of danger. Men who were strong and brave were able to protect their families from threats and were often celebrated for their bravery and heroism. Being strong was an important way for ancient men to demonstrate their masculinity and contribute to the survival and success of everyone around them. By developing skills in combat and hunting, engaging in manual labor, participating in sports and athletics, and demonstrating courage in the face of danger, men were able to earn respect and status. Number 5. Be grateful. In ancient times, being grateful allowed men to acknowledge the contributions of others, to build strong relationships with their families and communities, and to develop a sense of humility and respect for the world around them. Many ancient societies placed a strong emphasis on honoring and respecting their ancestors. Men who were grateful in the contributions of their ancestors were able to connect with their cultural heritage and gain a sense of belonging and purpose. Expressing appreciation and gratitude was also an important way for men to build strong relationships with their families and friends. By expressing gratitude for the efforts of their loved ones, men were able to strengthen these relationships and build a sense of trust and mutual respect. Finally, being grateful was seen as a way to cultivate humility and respect for the world around them. Men who were grateful for the natural world and its resources were more likely to treat the environment with care and respect, and to work towards the preservation and protection of natural habitats. Thank you for watching, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like, subscribe button, and bell icon so you can be sure to connect with us in our future videos. See you next time.